welcome to Oliveboard's YouTube channel. So today this is a short video that I'm doing for people who are going to write SBI CBO exam. So yeah, in a few days you have the exam and there's a descriptive part which is asked in that exam. So I just want to, of course, clear or tell you about descriptive, particularly essay writing format and the marking scheme, because you'll be writing this exam, CBO exam, and descriptive is also there. So yeah, I'll be discussing that in this short session for all of you. Now I'll move to the PPT here. Right. So yeah, before I even begin this, guys, currently we are running an SBI PO Success batch, right? So of course, which is a mega important exam for all of you. So all of those who are interested will be writing this exam. Please do join our course. It will be two batches, separate for English medium and the other one for bilingual. Here are the features. Please do check this out. SBI PO Success batch, right? Now, starting with your CBO 2020, but descriptive is included, which is letter writing as well as essay writing. And this is the time limit they have given you for these questions, and it's for 50 marks, right? So it will include two questions, essay writing plus your, of course, letter writing. This you would already know. So what I'm going to tell you here is the format of the essay, right? Format is something which you will be marked upon, and you should not go wrong with the format of essay. So basically, because it is SBI CBO exam, let me tell you particularly for CBO exam, usually banking related topics are asked in your for your essay. So please be thorough with banking related topics. For example, I'll give you that as well. For example, NBFCs to be converted into banks, right? This is one recommendation which we are hearing. It's there in the newspapers, articles are being written. So, and NBFCs into banks, there will be more banks, right, in the country. So something related to banking. So you can probably be preparing some current topics related to or banks or merger of banks, right? So essay is always 3 paragraphs basically. First is introduction, right? Second is your complete explanation of the topic, which we call as the body paragraph. The last one is conclusion. So 3, right? Now this body paragraph can be 2 to 3 para groupings, 2 to 3 paras together, right? Where we explain the topic in detail. Introduction is always just mention of the topic, or it's basically no additional information. It's just just beginning with it. So it can be a quotation about the topic, it can be a few lines on it, right? So this is the introduction. Conclusion is usually suggestions, feedback, or summary, you can say, of the entire topic. Conclusion usually includes the summary, it is feedback, it is suggestions that you would want to give in the end. Now there are certain rules which we follow whenever we are writing an essay, right? Please stick to the topic. You cannot, of course, digress from the topic. Please, you have to stick to the topic, and any additional details or you cannot use your assumptions. So that is why your content should be up to the mark. Whenever you are writing an essay, remember, marking will also be done based on the content, based on the quality of the content. So you should know about the topic well, basically. If you're not sure about certain things, for example, if there's data, figures, and you're not sure, you should not include those, right? So if you're certain about it, you have read it somewhere, you can quote that, then only you can mention data. Next, introduction is just the outline. Like I said, it doesn't have to be very, very lengthy. It says minimum 3-4 sentences and max 5 to 6 sentences. So it's not very lengthy. So introduction is just the introduction, the outline, what are we going to discuss about the topic, and something related to topic. Can be a quotation if you want to make it impressive, can be a few lines from a poem, right? There might be topics related to region, religion, and politics. In your case, for SBI CBO, that is, of course, will not be there. Usually, what is expected is they'll ask a topic related to banking, somewhat related to banking. Even if they do ask topics related to region or religion, like we take neutral stand, right? We are of course told to be as neutral as possible. We cannot favor things. You cannot show your personal opinions or frustrated opinions or your personal favorites in any of the topics, you have to be neutral in any case, right? You have to balance until and unless it is mentioned in the topic itself that the bane of something or the boon, the advantage of something, then you'll focus more on the advantage. If it is not mentioned, you'll have to be neutral, right? Now, most important is the word limit, right? Here, please stick to it. You'll be typing the essay, so you'll get to know how many words you have written and how many are still pending. Stick to it. Plus minus 20 words is okay, right? 10 to 20 words. Plus minus 10 to 20 is fine, but more than that, of course, marks will be deducted. So word limit, please take care of it. So how will you take care of it? In first, think about what you're going to, mention in introduction. What will be your body paragraph? So most of it will be the body paragraph, which can, of course, be say 2 to 3 paras, right? And you can leave a few line or one line between these paragraphs. Body paragraph is where you describe the topic in detail, write about it in detail, right? Also remember one more thing, pointers, body paragraph or any essay, points you should not write. It is always a para. Please understand this. A lot of you ask this. It's always a para. It's never points. So basically your markings will be first thing format, which is simple 3 paras. After writing the heading, you write the introduction, leave a line, then the body paragraph. It can be a group of 2 to 3, leave a line, then one conclusion paragraph. So marking will be based on format. Second thing you will be marked upon is content. Of course, there should be quality of content. You should know about it. You should understand. You cannot write the same thing again and again in different structures or in different ways, right? That is quality of content. When you have read about the topic in detail a lot and you know about it, and then you give your feedback or suggestion also on the same, what is currently happening. So basically through various perspectives, if you're introducing the topic, you can somewhat write about the history of the topic. If it is applicable according to what is given as the essay topic, then you write what is being, what is the present status with regards to that topic, what is presently being done with regards to it, right? So how it is affecting economically, right? So how it is having an effect economically, geographically, so all of those concerns. And feedback and suggestion in the end is mandatory. You should write that when you're writing content. A good content includes that, right? Third thing you'll be marked upon is your grammar. Too many grammar mistakes, guys, can lead to negative marking. So basic grammar, if you're thorough with this, which you always do, which you, of course, for basic English section also you learn grammar, just take care of that. Fourth, of course, the flow of thought. This is very important. Actually, it is a part of content only. So you cannot, in the intro, you cannot write a suggestion, right? Flow of thought means suggestions and feedbacks will come in the end. History or related to that topic will come in the beginning. So that flow of thought, you should maintain that, right? So all of these, you don't have to use very fancy words. Sometimes you ask me, vocab, will we be marked on vocabulary? No. This is testing your knowledge about a particular topic, how well read you are about, and how well aware you are. So basically vocabulary, average words if you'll use, that will be fine enough, good enough. Simple language will be okay. But yeah, the content should be good. So this is your marking scheme. What I would suggest you, because few days for SBI CBO, what you need to do is pick up 2 to 3, like I've given you example also, banking related topics, right? And prepare pointers on the same. Prepare a few points on the same. So while in the exam, you'll not have to think a lot and you would be having a ready material, right? You'll know what to write in this, what to include in it. So for the remaining days, now that you know the format of essay and how will you be marked, just remember these things, and plus you can always jot down or pen down a few points on some topics, 2 to 3 banking related topics. See, the general ones, if you have been reading newspapers, it will be easy for you to write. So if it is banking related, just write the new topics, mention a few points and read it twice, and then you'll be fine with it. If you get a topic related to that, then it will be easy for you to write. Okay, now please, this was a very short session for people who are writing SBI CBO. I hope you like it. You do share and subscribe to our channel for more. And let me once again tell you guys that we are already running an SBI PO Success batch, and I'll be covering the descriptive part separately in detail in that particular batch. Okay, so descriptive will be there. It's a batch for both prelims and mains. SBI PO also, you are asked essay writing, there are different topics, right? So that will be covered in that batch. So if you want to join, please do enroll for the course very, very soon, right? So this is it. Please do like and share. Thank you.